What does vulnerability look like in a healthy relationship? This question came up in response to a comment I made on an earlier video where I pointed out that mere communication is generally not what the issue is in relationships that are struggling. Instead, it's a question about vulnerability. So does that mean that you simply reveal what's on your mind even when it's dangerous? No, of course not. Instead, what I was referring to is this idea that we see in particular in things like divorce or conflict resolution counseling, where we find that communication is often not actually the problem. The two people have communicated quite well what they're feeling, thinking, needing. Instead, the difficulty is that there's not agreement. There are often core values or needs that are in conflict between the two individuals, and when somebody says, "You're not listening to me," what they actually mean is, "You're not agreeing with me." And the research continually shows that the healthiest, longest-lasting relationships are those where that disagreement is allowed to continue to exist. Meaning you can be vulnerable with your partner in sharing something that you know they might not like or agree with, but that they will still accept you for having that thought. And figuring out how to be a team that allows each other to have those vulnerable, disagreeing moments is what's key to those healthy relationships. And if it truly isn't safe to be vulnerable in that way, then the work has to be to find a way to get to that point, not simply to just jump into being overly vulnerable when the relationship is not yet at the place where that can happen. I hope that helps clarify, but let me know in the comments below what you think and if there's any other part of that I can speak to or answer more fully.